There's a saying that goes, you either die as playing Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy, or you live long enough to see yourself play a character in Star Wars. That's right, ladies and gents. Christian Bale wants to be in Star Wars. I'm gonna read what he said to The Hollywood Reporter, and I quote, "All I ever wanted in Star Wars was to be in a Star Wars outfit and hit my head on a door or something as I walked through. The real nerds who watched Star Wars way too many times always knew about that one scene where the stormtrooper hit his head on the door as he comes through. I wanted to be that guy. That was it. But look, if I'm fortunate enough to be more than that, oh man, yeah, what a delight that would be. I've still got the figures from when I was little. I also know Kathy Kennedy very well because she was working with Spielberg when I did Empire of the Sun, and now she runs the Star Wars universe." What is it with people casting others who are specialized into one movie genre into another? I mean, we are already dealing with that with, the rumors of Harrison Ford being opted in to play General Ross. I digress to say that it turns out, and I got this from the direct, Christian Bale has one Star Wars role that he wants to consider. Alright, now that's very interesting because to start with, both Star Wars, Marvel, and even DC loved to cast big names who had appeared in other big projects because those names often sell. Why else do you think Christian Bale got casted for the MCU's latest release for Love and Thunder? Well, the answer to that is not rocket science when you read or hear Christian Bale himself. You see one of the most iconic Caped Crusaders of the comic book genre, Batman. It would be absolute corporate suicide not to cast him in another popular trilogy or franchise. Christian Bale has now not only played an iconic DC character, Christian Bale has also played a respectable Marvel villain in Thor: Love and Thunder. Why not throw Star Wars into the lovely mix? And I know it isn't up to me, but how cool would it be for Christian Bale to play an anti-hero in Star Wars? Because there are three kinds of characters in a standard narrative: the hero, protagonist, villain, and anti-hero. Christian Bale has played the first two, but he has yet to play an anti-hero, especially in a critically acclaimed IP like Star Wars. Furthermore, Christian Bale's eagerness to land a Star Wars project will be accepted by me on one condition. And by the way, I know that Christian Bale doesn't give two shits about my opinion, but I'll say it here anyway. So, have Christian Bale play an anti-hero in Star Wars. I don't care what the story for the Star Wars project is. I don't care how childish I just was a few seconds ago. It still has to be good and proficient, obviously, because we don't want a repeat of Thor: Love and Thunder, right? Because whilst Thor: Love and Thunder was acceptable, that was only because of Christian Bale. But other than that, the humor dragged on a bit, in my opinion, and the majority of the critics' opinion. But it would be befitting to have an actor who has played a protagonist and antagonist play something in between. That, and it will be a colossal coincidence that I think most of the audience is going to enjoy and want more of. But in the off chance that you belong to the minority of the audience who isn't the big fan of the prospect of Christian Bale being in Star Wars, whether it be because of Love and Thunder, PTSD, or whatever completely valid concerns you might have in your possession, I would be very intrigued to know about all of them. The good, the bad, the ugly, in the comment section below or our Twitter inbox at the Cinema Courtroom.